If you're watching this on YouTube or on the blog, a very warm welcome. My name is Rory Lees Oakes, and today the counselling resource is in my hometown of Chorlton, and I'm interviewing Bob Cooke, who's the Principal Director of the Manchester Institute for Psychotherapy.
Correct, yes.
So thank you for inviting me, Bob.
Oh, it's lovely to be here.
So tell me a little bit about the foundations and the beginnings of the Institute.
Well, the beginnings of the Manchester Institute started back in 1988, a long time ago. We started with just one room in this four-storey building, because we've now got 12 rooms, got 15 therapists, and we've got a training programme of 40-50 students a year in transaction analysis, and we run a supervision certificate and a child and adolescent certificate. So we've grown from a quite small start of one room in a four-storey building to taking over the whole building, if you like.
Wow.
And really, I think the strength of it has been the high excellence of the therapists that work from here, and the high excellence of trainers who train people to be experienced psychotherapists.
Because it kind of feels, because I've done some training here,
Yeah.
and it kind of feels for me that it's all about the quality of what you do, and you've said about the quality of the training and the experience of the therapist that makes the Institute so unique. Would that be fair to say?
I would certainly say it's unique. It's probably the largest organisation in terms of training and psychotherapists in one building in the north. My mission statement, if you want to call it that, is to create a psychotherapy of excellence. Excellent training, but also to encourage a family experience, if you like. So it's almost like a small community within Chorlton. People always talk about being a friendly experience, a place where they feel at home, where they feel secure and safe, which are really the cornerstones of any therapy centre or training centre.
Absolutely.
So it's been a really wonderful experience the last 27 years.
27 years.
27 years, a long time really.
Yeah.
But I feel proud to be here.
Yeah. And I guess that your kind of interest and domain isn't just here. You've got a lot of websites that you've developed, and you're quite proactive in developing. How many have you got now, Bob? I've lost count.
We've got 7 or 8 at the last count. We've got therapyresearch.co.uk, which is looking at the research, which is the cornerstone of therapy and how it works, and the difference in the different modalities. We've got a Manchester Institute website, mcpt.co.uk, which looks at all the different courses we offer, the CPD programs, the therapists that work here. And there's about 60 to 70 pages on that, so it's quite a big website. We've got a website for the adolescent and child certificate that we run here called childtherapyworld.com, which is look at the world of children and adolescent training. We've got a really quite a unique website in supervision. We've got quite a few, you can see. We've also got a YouTube channel now called TA Therapy, which is your part of, which is really good. So we've got a lot going on, and we're launching a brand new website called talktomenow.com, which is all about internet counselling.
Sure. And do you think that is a growing area of
research has really shown that. Because there's many parts of the community which is not accessible. And also people with disabilities, people who are stuck at home, people who can't get out. They also need a place to talk and people to talk to. And I think it's very good for short, brief, focal counselling. I'm not so sure in terms of 2 or 3 years in depth counselling, but certainly for 10, 20 weeks counselling, I think it's great. Internet counselling is going to be really big, I think.
Sure. And am I right in saying that you use Skype for your supervision? Because I know when I came here, you talked about using Skype, and have you got supervisees all over the country?
Yeah, and internationally, because I used to train in Australia and in Slovenia. So I supervise people in Australia and Slovenia, and of course different parts of the UK. And Skype's really good for supervision. Skype is also going to be used on the internet counselling sites as well as MS messaging, But in terms of supervision, I've used Skype a lot. I've even used Skype for therapy. So Skype is something which is really going, and it will become a big part of the future, I think, of counselling.
I agree, and you know, we were talking earlier, we're both trainers, about how technology's kind of moved on, and and how, you know, people are engaging with that and embracing in their everyday lives, and therapy's no different, I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at YouTube, which is probably the biggest phenomenon outside Facebook in the last 10-20 years, and we're both sitting here. You've got a YouTube channel, Counselling Resources.
Yes.
I've now got a YouTube channel, TA Therapy, and I've in the last 4 months put 26 videos on there, looking at therapy and transaction analysis particularly, and you've got a thriving Counselling Resources channel. So I know that the students really love these channels. So it's a really important medium, I think, for psychotherapy to encompass in the next decade, and I hope we do. Yeah.
I mean, have you had any feedback from any of your learners yet on?
Yeah, a lot of transaction analysis students really like the slides that I put, but also I've had feedback from the public who found us just by sort of scrolling through YouTube channels. But most of all, it is for the learners, you're right, and they like the idea of some of the videos and seeing therapy in action and talking through some of the theory behind therapy. So it's a very visual experience, which is what they like most of all, I think.
Yeah, and there's a lot of discussion now in teaching circles with pedagogies called blended learning, where learning is done kind of not only in the classroom environment but also at a distance at home. And you know, so I guess what I'm hearing is it kind of extends the learning experience from here, maybe.
Oh, very much. I mean, people, of course, have different learning styles. As you know, kinesthetic styles, audio styles, and different ways of taking information. And many people's best way of learning, or different anyway, is a visual experience. So they like to be able to see things visually to enable their teaching styles. So I'm very much a fan of the visual experience of learning.
Absolutely. And you've got a blog, which
I've got a blog, which I only just started in the last sort of 3 weeks. But I will start blogging on that more. I mean, I've got to get into all this social media stuff. Even though I said I've been using it for a long time, it's a really good idea, this blogging. I can start put more of my personal professional ideas on the blogging. So that's something which I'm sure I'll use more as we go on. The other thing I've started, which I haven't mentioned, is a low-cost therapy here. I've got a website for that, which is lowcosttherapy.com. And that's very important for people who perhaps haven't got the expense to be able to afford the prices privately, counselling and therapy. So they come to my low-cost clinic. And a lot of people have found out about the low-cost clinic through the internet and through the website. And I think I will use the YouTube channel to do some videos about the low-cost side that we in this recession that I think therapists and counsellors perhaps can look to encompass and help people.
Because it is difficult, isn't it, at the moment, with charities losing funding and the general kind of state of the economy, to make sure that people can get therapy.
Definitely, and I think that has to be looked at, and I hope the low-cost clinic helps in that.
Okay. Well, it's been lovely talking to you, Bob, and this will be on your site, TA Therapy. It'll also
Certainly will be there.
The Counselling Resource site, and should we go have some lunch?
Let's go have some lunch. So thank you very much.
And thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.